This is the Retro Gamer, and this is Second Chance. Tonight we give Action 52 that Second Chance review. Let's take a look at it.
Make your selection now.
No problem, I will. Let's start with Star Evil. Yay, it worked. That's something they could have done better right there. The random crashing right off the bat. But once you get the hang of the game, it's too easy. That's something else they could have done better. The music is, well, I'm gonna say they did that right. The graphics, some things are in the way, but that's easily avoidable. That's something else I feel they did correct. The graphics, although these random blocks can definitely go. I actually enjoyed playing this for the second review. And there's the boss. Hey, that wasn't fair at all. How about that for something they could have done better? Anyway, we're gonna go to the main menu now. And another thing they could have done right on the menu that they did wrong is the making you select to go back to the main menu. Could have used the down arrow. This game, everything is wrong with it, but I like the concept. I will say that. I do like the concept of this thing. Even though the light's going dark, they could have stayed on longer. You can actually see what the heck you're doing. I've gotten to the top of the game. Start and select. Let's get out of here. And now GeForce Fighters. This one, if it looks familiar, that's probably because it's a rip-off of Life Force, but it's a different flavor at the time. Anyway, what's done correctly is the controls. Move and shoot. Simple enough. It's a shooting game. You don't really need any better controls. And the music is alright, but what they could have fixed is this right here. You should not die when you crash into the side of the screen. Yeah, and I did that on purpose to illustrate my point there. Anyways. I think this game could have been more original than yet one of a million space shooters on this disc, or cartridge collection, but we're going to go ahead and go back to the main menu. And now one that I don't know if I can find anything they did right on. This is Ooze. What the heck is that music? That's something they did wrong. Not being able to shoot up, and the jumping controls could have been done better. See what I mean? The graphics are too green for me. Like I said, I don't think I can find anything they did right with this cartridge. Or this particular game. What? And then the dying in midair thing. This is too snot. This is too snot colored for me. Let's go back. What? Okay, there we go. We're going back to the main menu now, and this is Silver Sword. The graphics make no sense. Looks like I'm inside of somebody's nose. This could have been done better. The music? Alright, I'll give them that. Random enemies, yet again. How about some enemies that actually made sense? I'm not even totally sure what I'm looking at here, but I'd say enough's enough. Critical bypass. What are these graphics represented? This is the moon. They did this totally wrong. Why is there a cross on the moon in the first place? Now bear in mind, I'm not spending much time playing any of these games, so I'm trying to get as many in my 30-minute limit as I can here. Anyway, the music, the only thing done right in this game. I don't even know what kind of game this is, but we're going to go on to the next game anyways. Jupiter Scope. Yeah, another space shooter. Another thing this cartridge could have overall done right was lack of lay off on the space shooters. They spammed it way too much. And let's go into the next game now. I'm hoping this one even works. Let's see. No. Alfredo doesn't work, so I can't show it to you. We're going to reset and head into the next game.
your selection now.
Alright, I will. Operation Moon. Or Operation Full Moon, I should say. Good. This game again looks like it's inside your notes. And exactly wherever it is I'm shooting here. Okay, this is a war game, obviously. All I can say is they could have done a lot better, like the graphics. Why did you have to go with green here? The only thing that makes sense is the music. That was done right. I'll give them points for that. Dam Busters, one of my favorite games on this game. I love this music in this game. That was the right music for this game. Easy one to pick up and play as well, I would think. This is one of the good games on this cartridge, one of the better ones. I'm going to give the original makers, Vince Perry and Active Enterprises, a little credit for this one. This one was actually original. Originality on most of these games was lacking, though. Now, fast fact, this cartridge was programmed in a little shade under 3 months. That's the programming cycle for maybe one NES game, but 52 seemed a little over-ambitious. But I'm going to give him credit for trying here. I do like this game, I will say that. I like Dam Busters. I'd do a full review of this game sometime. Aside from right now. I like how far these projectiles actually go. The graphics, the enemies, I can't tell what they are, but again, this game is actually pretty original. I'm surprised. Nice going, Active. Thrusters, another space shooter. This one reminds me more of, I can't really tell you a game, maybe Space Invaders? I don't know. You don't see many vertical space shooters. It's kind of hard to compare. The graphics actually make a whole lot of sense here. I can make sense of what most everything is. The music could have been done better. And, overall, I don't think this is such a bad game. I think this cartridge is crapped on most of the time because of its overabundance of space shooters. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but substance can be very good. They needed some more substance for this game, for this overall cartridge to sell better. Anyway, we're gonna head on. Haunted Hill, one of my favorite games on this disc. Cartridge. Sorry, I meant cartridge. Just because I say it's my favorite does not mean I'm any good at it. The graphics are amazing. This looks like something a level you might see in Zelda 2. And I like that. I dig that. I actually like Zelda 2, so... Well, I will say while the Genesis version of this game was better, this game does a lot right. The jumping controls could have been better. The music fit perfectly. I like it. A good one, action fit. That was a good game for you guys, Active. Chill out now. Now this one reminds me a little bit of Snow Bros. Is that a good thing? Well, I think so. Except for that dying in midair thing. That could have been done better. The jumping control is actually a little bit better in this game than it was in Ooze. Good thing, actually, I think. I died by reaching the top of the screen. Okay, that could have been fixed before they released. Next game. Sharks, another one of my favorites here. It reminds me a little bit of Jaws. Honestly, if you could get it, I would have, since all the other music is plagiarized, I'd use the Jaws theme here. But anyway, the music is actually quite fitting, and the graphics were done correctly. The only thing I can't tell is that a scuba diver or a submarine? And what's the purpose of going around harpooning sharks? And another thing that was done wrong, the sharks don't show up as often as they should, but that's a minor detail. I could have used some story in this game too, actually. We're gonna hit count. Maybe a hit counter? There's a lot of things that could be done better. This game overall is actually pretty good. Moving on. Megalonia. Yet another horizontal space shooter that reminds me of Life Force. A lot of these are being modeled kind of after Life Force here. This one's graphics could have been done better, mainly the sides. And I can't really tell if those are spaceships or what you're shooting at, but they look like Goodyear balloons. They really do. The music is alright, could have been better. And again, it's just the overabundance of space shooters that originally turned me off from reviewing this the first time and made me go hard on it. That, I was trying for a little comedy. This is more serious. What McDonald's art in pink. That's awesome. I love that graphic. Graphics getting better as you shoot along. I like it. Alright. We're gonna move on to the next game here. French Baker. Now this is interesting. It's Food Fight. Who knew that you could try Food Fight and it actually would work? This game actually does kind of work. Now I'm gonna play one more time so I can get through the rights and the wrongs. The wrongs, the one-hit death. Now why is there a door there? It doesn't lead anywhere. That could have been gone. Okay, I can make that most what everything is. They're supposed to be food products, which is an original concept, but my only issue is it was already done on the Atari. Food Fight is, I think, what they were trying to clone here. There's a pretty good NES-style clone of it, actually. Not sure why people are hard on this particular game on the cartridge. Not that hard to pick up and play, not that hard to figure out. I think they did a lot right on this game. But since the title is French Baker, why not just use the French National Anthem? You know, just a suggestion. Alright, Atmos Quake. Another space shooter. This one looks like they copied the template from Star Evil and changed the graphics. Is that the only problem? Why are there boats in outer space? I swear those are boats. The music is a little drowning. They could have done a little bit better on the music. Speaking of music, how about a little fact on the music? It was actually ripped from another Atari ST program and from another developer, Sculpture Software. But, you know, some of these games are quite original, and not this one. I'm not saying it's that bad, but it reminds me of a vertical Life Force. I like that idea, or kind of like maybe a modified, a rule-modified version of Asteroid, which again is a decent thing here. Let's move on. Okay, next screen. Mihong. No, not Storm Over the Desert. Mihong. Sorry about that. Now, Mihong. Minesweeper ripoff? Now, I don't mind something challenging my mind, but why is Minesweeper here? Moving on. Though, anyway, I see a lot that could have been done here. Like, adding another game in place of this one, because I really don't see the point of this game. Alright, we're gonna move along here if we can. Space Dreams. Yeah, by the name you're a space shooter. Why am I playing a pacifier? That's what it is, and there's teddy bears. This game was obviously geared at kids, and it did a good job, actually. I'll give it that. It did a good job of attracting the kids. Yeah, the 2 and 3-year-olds. Like, who is this cartridge geared at? Multiple audiences? Anyway, I like the music, and the graphics are actually quite good for what it is. That's all I can find to say about this game. Let's move on. Streamers. This game was redone for Action 53, which we'll take a look at later. I do have the ROM. Just listen to the music. I love that music. That is so happy and Disney-like. It fits this game like a glove. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense that the things turn green when you hit them. See? The graphics are actually quite good. The music is quite good. And the concept is very easy to pick up and play on. Controls and everything was done right here. But a few games where I can't find anything wrong with it. Let's Let's see how far I make it. Just for fun. Like I said, this is one of the few games I have found where I can't find anything, literally nothing is wrong with this game. I can't find anything to complain about here. Except that I got stuck right there, but I think I can... My web would go a little bit longer. I think that's the only thing I can find wrong is the webs don't go up near high enough. Moving on. Spread fire. Space Invaders. Interesting idea, though. The graphics are too basic for me. That's one thing they did wrong. And the lack of music is another thing. I'm a huge stickler for music games that have music, as is everyone, I'm guessing. So this one really does not appeal to me. Bubblegum Rossi. Now, interestingly enough, the inspiration for the main character in this game was developer Mario Gonzalez's girlfriend. This game is weird. I mean, the bubbles don't even hurt anybody, and like a certain other reviewer said, why bubbles? He was saying that about a lollipop, but I'd say the same thing applies to the bubbles in this game. Anyway, I can't really find anything to say about that one. Let's move on. Now, here's Flappy Birds on steroids, otherwise known as Micro Mike. Now, the main thing I see wrong with is he moves way too quick. Nobody's reflexes are that fast. And the graphics could have used a lot of work here, too. And there's no music. This game is at the best. Anyway, next is Underground. Okay, what? I get that I'm underground? But what in the world am I controlling? That's something they did wrong. The main sprite needed to be bigger. I mean, look at how small your sprite is compared to the enemy sprites. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And what is that you're shooting? Spitwads? I have no idea what to think about this. Too bad I can't shoot left, but this game would be a bit better for me, I think. Anyway, this game does nothing right. I'm sorry to say, this is one of those that's gonna fail on this one. Rocket Jockey. Interesting idea here. A vertical shooter where you're on what looks like a rocket. Oh, I get it. He's on a rocket, and they call him a jockey because he's carrying a lasso. Rocket Jockey because... I don't get the jockey part. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, rocket. It's called Rocket Jockey because he's riding a rocket. Okay. Non-human. Do I really need to say anything about this one? I'd rather not, but since I gotta... I can't find anything right about this game at all. The controls suck. The music sucks. And the graphics suck. Let's just go on. Now here's one of the more amusing titles on this disc. This is Crybaby. I gotta say, the music is pretty cool, actually. Nice idea, remixing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star for this game. I actually enjoyed playing this one, weirdly enough. I think it's the music that makes this game enjoyable. And the fact that there aren't many games out there where you control a baby. Unless you're playing Rugrats. That's another story. The whole point is this game is actually pretty interesting. Music's really, really good for the game. It fits perfectly. The idea behind the game is actually pretty cool too. This is actually a really solid game. No glitches or anything in this one. I'm digging it. Alright, let's move on. Slashers. Wow. They were trying to clone Double Dragon. They did a decent job of it, actually. But the music needs to be more Double Dragon. And why not just rip the music from Double Dragon and Trade West and let them? I definitely would have. say everybody's a little too hard on these games because a lot of these games are actually really playable. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on, but before that, the game does the music correct. Like, only thing I can figure the game does wrong is the music. The graphics are decent enough to pass. And the idea behind the game being a Double Dragon game, or Double Dragon-esque, they did a decent job of replicating that. Moving on. Crazy Shuffle. I'm not really sure what's going on here. The sprites are as small as... I think I have to squint to see these things. And up there, the score, you can barely see it. I don't think this game does anything right. The music is more ear rapish than friggin', what is it called? Swamp Gas. And the graphics are too small aside from the board. This game does nothing right. Fuzz Power. This one was done for comedy. It does a good job of it. When I first heard the song, I thought it was a Cheetah song. Interesting idea though, but randomly placing popcorn there doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. The graphics were done right here though. Music is catchy and upbeat. Music is catchy and upbeat. Everything is done right here. I like it. The concept is actually pretty good. Moving on. We're going to skip Shooting Gallery. All it does is crash, and it's not really worth talking about. So we're going to go into Lollipop. This game, the music is kind of okay. And the weapon you're using reminds you of the American Gladiator joust stick. That's actually a good thing. Why a lollipop though? That's the only question I think a lot of people had when playing this. You don't jump up the ladder. That's a physics issue right there. Then dying in midair is another thing they did wrong, but I'm going to give this game a C overall. It did a few things right. Evil Empire now. Am I playing Crazy Shuffle? I can't even tell what the heck I'm playing here. Again, the sprite is too small. The enemy sprites are too small. What's going on over there on the other side that I can't get to? At least I don't have to jump up a ladder this time with that. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Just hide out here so I can get up there. Okay, let's move on. Enough of this. I'm going to strain my eyes trying to play this. This is a unique one. This is called Sombreros. It's a shooter game where you're wearing a sombrero. That's a cool idea. No, seriously, I like the graphics here. It looks like a Mexican Back to the Future without the skateboard. But the stuff flying at you left and right, I don't know if you're going to be able to dodge or anything or not. Overall, the music doesn't really fit the game. I would have done something more Latin, since it is called Sombreros. That's another way to improve the game here. And we're going finally to storm over the desert. Let's take a look at this war game. Everything you touch explodes. I love that idea. If only war games today did that. But there's no music here. I would have gone the way Return Fire on 3DO actually, and Return Fire on PS1 and 3DO actually did with getting dramatic classical music. Oh, who I think it is. Well, Tom Hussein makes an appearance. Interestingly enough. Where is it? Alright, that's enough of this. Alright, we're moving on to the next screen. The final screen, thankfully. It's Mashman. Mashman. Did I just make that joke? Yes, I did. I'm not sure what to think about this one. The music, I guess, does the job for the kind of game. The guy's got a big nose, though. Big feet, big nose. It feels like I'm playing, what is it? I can't think of the name of the game. Overall, though, this game is decent enough. Made me think I was playing Fuzz Power again. That was it. Next, it's They Came. And I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. And it glitched out. Thankfully. I don't even have to talk about that one. Alright, we're running low on time, about 5 minutes to go, so we're going to speed play these games. If we go over the time, okay, that's good with me, I guess.
Make your selection.
Alright, where
now.
were we? We were on They Came, which crashed out. Heading to Laser League now. Interesting vertical shoot 'em up here. I don't know why I'm getting a Strider vibe out of this without the wall climbing. There's no music, which again is a big complaint with me. The graphics are decent, and the gameplay and controls are actually pretty good. I haven't run into a glitch yet. I think people give this overall game too much. Oh, there's a glitch, the scoreboard, but that's minor. I'm not gonna ding for that. Too bad you can't shoot behind you. That'd be nice. Overall, the graphics and gameplay are the only thing I can really grade on here. And I'm gonna give them a passable grade here. I like the idea behind this game. Billy Bob. I'm guessing this was supposed to be Prince of Persia. How in the world? There we go. And there's actually some really good animation going on here. But how am I supposed to get across there? That's the only thing I'm wondering. It's a really nice cross between Indiana Jones and what looks to be Indiana Jones and Prince of Persia. Apparently they ripped off the Prince of Persia animation, but that's actually good. But I'm gonna say another thing that I'm really turned off by is the lack of music yet again. I know I said that a lot, but these games need music to be more interesting. This game, the glitch is that you can't get past the next screen, and that could have been fixed. I would have enjoyed a bridge there, but we're gonna move on anyway. City of Doom now. Spider-Man on roids? The American Gladiator's wall on steroids? Sure feels like it. Basically, you're climbing up the world's tallest building. Who knows where this thing leads? Oh, I forgot the tenants throw bowling balls at you. Basically, it's a vertical shooter. The music is redundant, which I'm gonna have to knock off for that. The graphics for this game are actually pretty decent. Overall, the game gets like maybe a C for me. It isn't one of the better games on this cartridge, but it's basically it's a good playable one. Now we're gonna go to bits and pieces here. Ooh, monster game? This game is too easy. That's my main concern with this game. Just walk to the right and jump over everything. Graphics on, if that's supposed to be Frankenstein, it's actually a pretty good attempt at it. I would have to venture to say that this might have been one of the better games on the cartridge, I should say, if it made it a little harder, maybe give Frankenstein some weapons. And the music isn't really scary enough for me either. Let's move on. Beeps and blips. This is not, I don't think this is an actual game. Just reject sprites from other games, basically. I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to make yet another shooter. And they did the job. I'll give it to them. They did the job. The music might not be what people wanted it to be, and obviously the characters need some work. I would have put an actual spaceship and maybe some aliens to make it more like a space game. Anyways, we're gonna move on. Manchester. What is this? What am I playing here? First thing I do is get rid of that sound that happens when you jump. It's old. And 152 points? Why can't this last number be an even number? Why can't the last number be a 0? Nothing was done right in this this game. I don't even like the music. I don't like this one at all. Oh, this should be good. This is Boss. Now, this is the original 50-second game, and the original idea behind this one was that you had a trial run of every boss in the game, which ended up being on the Genesis cartridge under a different name. Actually, I think Boss was on the Genesis cartridge. Boss was actually what it was originally supposed to be. Anyway, the music on this one is non-existent. I couldn't even hear it. And the game is a little too difficult, but the graphics were actually quite good on this one. The bomb timing could have been better. And now here's Dead Ants. This one was originally supposed to be a game where you were going around the ant colony to find food for the queen, but it turned into this Space Invaders shootout. Now the Genesis version you can actually move up and down. But I'm not sure. For a Space Invaders clone, this is actually an interesting way to do it. I think I would have rather had the Sim Ant style game where you're going around finding food for the queen. Anyway, I don't know about the music here though. Overall, this game is decent. We're gonna move on now. Hambo. What the? Okay, first thing, give Hambo a weapon. And only one life? Really? And the music is awful. That game is just one of the... I know, I get what they were trying to do, but the game is just not that great. Time warp tickers. Oh my goodness. What a potential LSD trip this is. Now, I would have remade this game as a whole. It makes no sense. This is the troll game on the cartridge, apparently. And when you kill things or you're killed, it says time. I don't get it. Troll game. I'm not even going to bother with that one. Let's move on. Actually, I don't know if Jigsaw is going to work or not. Let's see. No. So moving on here. The game number 50 when we come back for another reset. That's another overall thing that I'm going to talk about. It should have been done later on the program.
Make your selection now.
Going on to number 50, Ninja Assault. Double Dragon! Again. Ha! I like the sound effects here. Either they were going for Double Dragon again, or they were trying for, what's the name of the game? Ninja Gaiden. I don't think they were going for Ninja Gaiden. Whoa, that came out of nowhere. Okay. The random enemy attacks out of nowhere could have been a bit. If you're going for Ninja Gaiden, make it so you can actually climb the wall. The physics on this game need to be fixed. And the music needs to be more Ninjutsu-ish. The sound effects are actually pretty cool here. I like the sound effect that goes by when you kill somebody. The music is actually, while I'm fitting for this game, it's rather jazzy. I gotta say the graphics need. I can find one thing that needs work in this game outside the... Hey, I didn't even do anything. Anyway, the one thing I can think of that needs the most work is probably gonna be the graphics. It doesn't feel like these graphics were even finished. Moving on. We're one game away, and this is Robbie the Robot. Okay, what am I looking at here? There's no music. And what is that? That character could have been redrawn a lot better. I would have also enjoyed the ability to shoot up, and honestly, this game is too easy. Seriously. There needs to be music in all these games. I don't know why a lot of these games don't have music. Anyways, moving on. Come on, let me go back to the main menu. There we go. And finally, the main event. My favorite game on this crossover, the Cheetah Man. Take a look at the story. this is a random story, which is why I like the game. I mean, it makes no sense. Still. And I spelled cheater wrong. Okay, that's not a good way to end the story, but oh well. Oh, reaching him a different one at every second level to fight for you. Okay, cool idea. Let's get it on. The music is actually pretty cool. One of the few times I've actually said that on this whole game, this whole compilation of games. That's something that could have been done a little bit better. How about the ability to jump over holes as Ares? One-hit death also could have been done a lot better than it was. In fact, it could have been done away with. Ares cannot jump, which is stupid. There are times when I wish I could jump over some of these large holes instead of going up and over them. I didn't even touch that thing and it died. And then I died. Overall, we're gonna play one more round of this. Or I'm gonna play this last life and then we're gonna head over to Facecant. We're gonna head over to Retrovision and I'm gonna explain my thoughts on this game. Well, the overall Action 52 experience. Hey, screen, scroll. Thank you. Yeah, that's another thing that could have been done away with here. The whole you have to move right before you can move up doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Hey, I would not have changed the music in this game. It fits perfectly, and honestly, they were going for a Ninja Turtle vibe. They did good with the music, but I don't know. Ninja Cheetahs? That just doesn't sit well with me. Alright. Enough of the gameplay. We'll be right back, and then we're going to switch over to the webcam here, and I'm going to explain my thoughts on the overall game. See you in a few. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Second Chance. This is the part of the program where I explain my feelings on the game that we've just taken a look at. In this case, it was Action 52. Now, my feelings are on this game that we could have done away with some of the space shooters in this one. We could have had some more variety here. No, very few of the games I played were actually unplayable. And the disappointment in this version of the ROM was Alfredo was one of them, and that was actually one of my favorite games on the Rev B that actually worked. And on the games that didn't work, just replace them with ideas from the original show. I mean, I was watching Me, You, and Me, Me Too's video. He was saying that there were some better, what am I saying? There were some better ideas. Like, for example, you could have actually had Artie and the Inkman, even though Mario Paint stole the idea. But it doesn't really bother me much at all. There's a lot of games that needed fixing. Like, for example, Star Evil's boss, I couldn't tell what it even was. But, you know, I'm not going to sit here and rant for long on this. I'm just going to say that I really think that actually not worthy of the hate it gets. In fact, the only thing that I can find overall wrong with the game without going into extreme detail on each game, as we did that in the gameplay portion, is that it was rushed into 2.5 months. Therefore, that's not enough time to really do anything. So, for what it is, I'm going to give Action 52 a C and say that I don't think it's worth the hate. Thank you, everybody, and good.